Well, that's only because you've played an ungodly amount of Mega Man X.
And then we raced an X4 when he was doing his review of it, and he beat me by about...
Oh, for God's sake, it's starting...
by about 50 seconds.
Why is it still retaining that first few minutes? I told it to stop, and I gave it a new name because I specifically did not want it. Because whenever the stream drops, the fucking sound desynchronizes. So I wanted to start a new stream, and then now it's starting with the content I already sent already, which is dumb. What is it doing?
That doesn't even make any sense.
It says it's starting.
Let me look something up. Let me see.
Okay, it looks like this is okay. Yeah, if you guys can tell me what's going wrong with this, you feel free. Alright, so I'm gonna pop out the chat this time. I should have done that.
OBS fix infinite audio loop.
It's probably just an OBS thing. How many people we get?
Let me see. How many people are here?
Let's start gaming, Tank. Ward was here.
Are you guys using OBS? Yes?
Yes, we are using OBS, sir. Looks like we have one person watching us.
Even though the stream, even though there's like...
Even though there's clearly more people than that, it's just like, what's going on? They're remaking Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford. What's going on?
Well, why would they use him at this point? Isn't he like
They're
80 years
remaking
old?
Ghostbusters with all women. You can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Hola, Tomas, ¿cómo estás?
So yesterday I rewatched your AM2R review.
Yeah.
It was like really good.
Thank you.
And I also rewatched your what was it again? I rewatched your
Excel, I'm your biggest fan.
Review and your ROR on the Sonic Adventure games.
Hopefully. Alright, so you guys need to tell me, you guys in the chat, you guys need to keep me abreast of how the stream is looking. If something goes wrong, you need to tell me so I can fix it, alright?
Frank says it's probably the internet or OBS settings.
Yeah, it's probably the internet, because I'm pretty sure I've got the right settings here, but yeah. Is the chat still popped out? Okay. Thank you, Edan.
The problem is with OBS is that the right settings are really hard to figure out, because it's just a bunch of alphabet soup on OBS.
Yeah, it kind of is. Then I digress. Hello, Jebrino. It's low energy Jeb Schultz. He's gonna, if you have him making content, he's gonna be like, I'm gonna have to sleep on that. And then you have Lion Ryan Mathis. He lies so much. And then you have Crooked Daniel McElhone.
So that's how you pronounce his last name? I don't know.
Sure. I don't even know if he wants people knowing his last name, so I should probably shut the hell up. We'll wait for a few more people. Oh, I should share this on Twitter. The Twitters. Okay. We'll share this on Twitter. We'll wait for a few more people to show up, then we'll get going, folks. Okay. Let's see.
I'll go on Do Not Disturb, just in case anyone wants to ask me to join. No, and wants to ask me if they can join the fecking stream.
With that, JS Reviews 2. AKA PlayStation Fan 2004.
There is not one account. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, there is. I was about to say there was not one account with that alias, but still.
Looks like we're at 19 people. Crooked Haydox. EXP, please notice me and trust me. Don't go for the emeralds. It's not worth it. Not many.
Exo already knows it's not worth it.
Is it Edan Schoenberger? That's my best guess. I remember that Exo said that I speak Spanish. Yeah, I saw the name Carlos, and I assumed you were Hispanic, but turns out you speak Portuguese. You're from Brazil. So, yeah, I'm using
so
Kega
we never make
Fusion.
Assumptions. Is that how you played it for the reviews, or is it something else?
No, for the reviews I did Wii Virtual Console.
Okay, because I figured.
Thank you, Edan.
something with your precious SCART cable.
Yeah,
adapter.
you know, Brony Sponge Penguin asks if I'm gonna do the Pokemon games for Remake or Rebreak. Maybe if I'd probably do Fire Red, Leaf Green, Red and Blue, but I don't know about it if I do any of the others. I definitely can't do Oras. But I digressed. So,
Alpha Sapphire Omega. Okay, I was
Oras.
Oras. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that you never heard that before?
I never heard anyone call it that because I'm not a Pokemon fan to begin with.
Oh, well. Yeah, I'm not really a Pokemon fan anymore either.
Well, I never played any of them, so I can't.
Alright, so we're gonna shut up for a moment and play the intro, and then we're gonna get going, folks.
Okay.
Alright, folks, we're all set. So, well done, Expo. I'm truly impressed. Well, you're welcome, Edon.
Oh my god, I keep thinking of what Retropolis said.
Oh, I was on the wrong video. Damn YouTube Gaming and your neat features.
X, are you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm just doing my best King DDD laugh. Because as I said in yesterday's stream, I really enjoy Kirby Right Back At You. AKA
you also
Hoshi
said
no Gabi.
Mega Man 8 part today.
Yeah, let's see. We've got going here. Should I have Tails or not, folks? What do you think?
Don't do it, don't do it.
Don't do it?
I say don't do it, because it's only a hindrance. Frick, I went all the way down here for nothing.
Yeah, but it's so classic.
Yeah, but even Clement would rather play it as Sonic alone.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, I don't know. Clement's not exactly the most critical person when it comes to this game.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, is if he'd rather play it as Sonic alone because you get a better gameplay experience, I'm assuming he's not messing around because he's probably played it a lot.
I don't know. I want Tails. I like Tails, so we're gonna play with Tails.
If you like it, then go ahead.
Yeah.
But I never use Tails in Sonic 2 since he doesn't really help you much.
We're off to a fantastic start, aren't we?
He hinders more than he helps, and can't even carry you anywhere.
So I am gonna try to get the emeralds because apparently I just need to get good. So if I try harder, surely I'll do it.
If you believe in quality, any game can sell 6 million copies.
Exo's got many laughs now. DDD, Mikey Mark II, the one where he starts cacking and wheezing. Yeah, Exo, why are you always streaming when I can't? Come on. Let's see. What am I doing here?
Damn it,
play as Fuckles the Enchilada. That's what Game and Tank says. Everybody go subscribe to Game and Tank. He makes no content.
He makes no content.
Is there something over here? Oh, there is. Oh, would you look at that? Alright, we're gonna go back up and see if we can find a goalpost. Well, I could totally have avoided that. That's great enemy placement, that. Alright.
I remember, like, in my LP of Sonic 2, I remember used to having a really good time playing this game, and then I just, like, in Elmgrove Hill Zone alone, I was running into everything. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, alright. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Speaking of which, I've recently been motivated to start working on the Sonic CD LP on the Let's Play channel, since that's, after Jak 2, I'm gonna do, Sly 1, and then I want to do Sonic CD.
Let's see if I can get the emeralds, folks. Alright. We got just... Oh, okay, I guess we got more to go. I mean, so, like, I released that, special stage video, right? And, like, a lot of people are... Like, there's the usual sort of response to it. Some people were just like, alright, I could see where you're coming from, or, oh yeah, I definitely agree with this. But then there's always those...
That guy.
You know, that guy who's just like, just get good. Honestly, I had to shut it off because you were just bitching and moaning the whole time. It's just like, maybe I was. Maybe I wasn't taking the best possible approach when I was talking about these special stages, but... I don't know, we'll see as we get on. This one's pretty easy. I don't really have anything wrong with this first one, but as it gets along, it just gets so much worse. Like, I guarantee you, folks, I will not get all 7 emeralds. I will try my damnedest.
Retropolis, don't go to bed. It's like 12 a.m.
Yeah, but he's busy.
He's in the chat,
editing.
so he's in the chat. I'm like, go ahead.
Anyways, good luck with Tails. Let's see. Don't leave the door open again. I don't know what that means. Sonic was my childhood, but he was the one who had to die. If you want the Chaos Emeralds, be careful of those dumbass monkeys in Emerald Hill. Yeah, I showed that off in the review. They're like these, the coconuts enemies, right, Jay? And it's just like...
Yeah.
It's like, you can respawn... Because, like, when you finish a special stage... it takes away all your rings. So, like, the moment you spawn in, you're vulnerable. And then they stick you right next to a coconut, so before you can hit him, it's possible that he'll off you just because they didn't bother to put any rings next to the post or anything. But I digress.
And in Sonic 2's special stages might not be that bad in and of themselves, but the fact that you just get one shot and you're booted out and you've got to get 50 more rings is just the annoying part. Since I know... shut up, Frank. I will do that in a second. But anyway, I noticed in Sonic 4 Episode 2, I hated those special stages because of how bad they were, but I could at least retry it infinite amount of times.
Yeah, that's true. But that's only if you know that you can pause and, you know, reset, like, at the last minute. And if you fuck up the timing, then, well, you can't even do that. So I am not an expert in the level design in this game, so I'm gonna have to faff around for a bit to find another checkpoint. At least with this game, I can give it credit for this when it comes to special stages. When you fuck up on a special stage, it lets you try that one again the next time you play. So you can at least kind of learn things. Alright, here we have a second one. Hey Exo, there's a major shortcut in Chemical Plant Zone Act 2 right before the water rising part near the end. Get yourself some invincibility and a checkpoint. The kid with a vid says Sonic 2 is a perfect game, fuck you, lol JK. I honestly can't tell which, if he's being ironic. And then Game & Tank is like, will Alec find his way into the stream? Join us next time for another exciting episode of Nature's Mysteries.
Well, you know, Exo, if you say he can't join because there's too many people, then he's gonna have an existential crisis because you hate him, obviously.
Is that what he means by existential crisis?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what that had to do with anything, seeing as, like, he asked me to get on and I said, no, I'm in the mood to be a butthole, so no. And then he started having an existential crisis because he thought we hated him.
My channel's on Code Red.
Have you ever considered streaming Klonoa Door to Phantom? You know, I would be interested in doing that, actually. I'd be up for that. EXO, did you find a way to put a compressor/equalizer in your voice? How'd you do it in OBS? I used VST host. Hey, it's Susie Erdman. Yeah, gee, thanks, Tails.
Next exciting episode of Everybody Loves EXO.
Everybody loves EXO. Okay.
That would be a great show.
Well, what would it be like?
It's like, think of it. It's like the perfect sitcom. EXO's the main character who gets in all the wacky scenarios, and living in some stupid house.
No, I was thinking of, like, if there was an ExoParadigmGamer game, what would it be about? I was thinking about that earlier today.
It had nothing to do with you. It would just be the fact that you have to interact with people like Alec, Alger the Side Quest game.
Well, I was thinking it would be kind of like a Project Cross Zone game sort of dealio. Like, the plot would be sort of like the AVGN game. I get sucked into some kind of alternate universe and gain special video game powers because it's a video game, so I have to be able to do something interesting. And all my YouTube friends got sucked in too, and there's an evil villain who wants to copyright the entire universe. So I've got to go on a journey and team up with all my pals who all have new abilities, and then that's sort of the concept. What do you guys think? Would you guys play that?
So when you unlock Gavin, it's like, obviously, the joke character, so...
Hello, Diambro Mixalot. Your comment has been noticed. Let's see, let's go back. I've had to pick between Sonic... Oh, it's Glenny. If I had to pick between Sonic 2's and Sonic 1 special stages, I would pick Sonic 2's. At least they don't give me a headache after finishing them. Good point. If I had to pick a favorite track from DKC 3, what would it be? I would pick Waterworld from the GBA version. The Water World from the GBA version. Let's see. And if you want my favorite track from the SNES version, I would either have to pick Big Boss Blues or the Cave theme, maybe. There are good tracks in that version. Jeberino.
Whoa, Super Game wants to play as
EL
KK
Gaming.
and not
Sonic's 2 special
Alex?
stages are actually fun in the mobile version since they're rendered in real time. Yeah, that's all stuff I mentioned in the remake or re-break, and I would concur. Let's see. I do like Sonic 2 more than Sonic 1, but I will not disagree with you on difficulty balancing. That's Jeberino. Jay, I brought you along to help read the chat. So,
Yeah, I was looking at the chat, and then I made Killer Croc's lair. I was looking at the chat, and then I died. So.
Oh, you're on that part where you have to like avoid Killer Croc and sneak around.
It's a very tense part.
Yeah, I was surprised that was in there, because it is pretty, you know.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna pause the game.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Let's have the coconuts go off screen and then have them throw objects at you from an altitude you can't even see.
Carlos says if I am in the game, I would play it. Wow.
Alright, let's see. We don't want to go too far, because then... No, apparently I can't go back for more goalposts, so... We have 2 emeralds! So... Oh, so Mikey L. the Gamer says, no, you'll just get sucked into a shitty FMV game where the villain wants you to take your damn clothes off! ExoPie, notice me. You have been noticed. Some random inkling. Let's see. Wait to read my comments, bud. Absquatula. It's quite the name you got there. The final boss of my game will be Ken Panders. I don't know who that is.
I think that was some Sonic comics writer who like made some controversy when he got fired or some shit, and he made and while he was writing, it was just a bunch of crappy fanfiction-y shit. I think.
So that's why he got fired.
I feel like a lot of Sonic fans might get mad at me for that horrible telling of the story, but I don't know.
Well, like, aren't the comics like entirely fanfiction-y?
Well, there's shipping, so
like I bought a Sonic the comic book once, right? And it was like it was called the Tommy the Turtle trilogy, and it was like partway through the Tommy Turtle trilogy, and they referenced like all sorts of games, and that was before I knew about the Genesis games, so I was kind of confused. Because like they're talking about Casinopolis and Casino Night Zone, and I'm just like, what's Casino Night Zone? Because I didn't grow up with Sonic. I didn't grow up with Sonic 2, so.
How long ago was that?
Oh gosh, I must have been like 8 or 9. I'd already played some Sonic games, because otherwise I wouldn't want to buy the comic, you know, but I got it at a bookstore randomly, and it was just like, and I'm reading it, it's just like, Tommy the Turtle, he has a dad that went missing in another dimension, and they called him Robotnik, I think, at that point still. So it was just like, who's Robotnik?
Sonic
Why are they calling
the
Eggman Robotnik?
The European comic, right? Not the Archie stuff.
No, it was an Archie comic.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, like, there actually is something called Sonic the comic, specifically in Europe.
Oh, I thought that's just what they called the comic book. Period. Everywhere. But, yeah.
I think here it's just Sonic the Hedgehog, but that's neither here nor there.
Jay, what are you talking about? What does that mean?
Exo's never heard of such common lingo.
Alright, I'm getting my ass fucked over by the simplest Sonic level design right now.
Okay, you know, I really wish I was recording footage of this glitchy shit right now.
Alright. ExoPie, notice me. You have been noticed, JWolf17FTW.
Everyone wants attention, Jesus.
Yeah. Like, please understand, folks. I may have a... Well, fuck. I'm gonna take the blame on that one, though, because I clearly jumped into that. Well, that was great level design right there. Just fucking shoot you out at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Exo, why are you playing Sonic 2 if it's your least favorite classic game? Well, you played Sonic 1 yesterday. So
yeah, I'm playing all of them. So I'm not just playing this one. I played Sonic 1 yesterday. I'm gonna probably play Sonic CD either tonight or tomorrow. We'll see.
I am really interested in replaying that game for that LP, as I was saying. I think... I don't want to get the time...
Why does it take so long for the camera to move down? I just want to know if it's safe to go, and I'm probably gonna land on spikes. Or not. Let's see, I need 2 more rings before I can go into that dang old special stage.
Giant Bro, Mix Slot, Exo... Oh, I don't know, not you. A8 Soma Cruises. Exo doesn't hate this game, he just hates this game.
Yeah, that's... I mean, I don't hate Sonic 2, I just have quibbles with it. And people interpret that as me hating it. And part of it's
Well,
like...
I mean, to be fair, you were literally like, I was livid.
Yeah, I was pretty mad. Because when you're playing this for the first time, you don't know about any of this stuff. And
fair,
the fact that
really...
some of... I don't know, we'll see how it goes along. We'll see if my opinion changes as we go through this.
Wait, but am I just remembering that wrong? You did say that, right?
Yeah, I did say that.
I was livid.
I was mad.
That line
Wouldn't
makes
you
me
be?
laugh for some reason. I guess, but the thing is, I don't really remember my first playthrough of Sonic 2. It was 12 years ago.
Alright, did you guys... So, like, I jump on the spring, right? And it was by complete accident. And then it sends me straight into the spikes.
What
and
the-
now I have no rings, and now
Oh, well.
I just wasted that checkpoint. Oh, I think this is my favorite little piece of level design right here. So, Metropolis Zone is right, you can press down. But it's just like, I don't understand why this is even here. It's just one little...
Did you not know that before?
Well, no, I did. I showed it off in the review, and then Metropolis Zone was just like, well, you can press down, then you'll see that it's the bottom of the screen, and he is correct. And still, it's just like, why... That is such a weird piece of level design, isn't it? You can imagine why I thought there might be a secret down there or something.
No, come on. Yeah, there we go.
Oh my god.
So, Frank, as if I'm getting attention right now, Exo asked me if I want to be on the stream, so you can suck my dick.
Jay, I didn't know you were into that.
Oh, well, I mean, I was thinking about this earlier. I don't know why anyone says that as like an insult to somebody else.
Well,
Kind of
the
makes
idea is
think-
that it's supposed to be like, you're penetrating them. So, and you're
but I mean,
violating
like-
their manhood. That's the whole
But
idea.
if you
of it.
look at the statement from an objective standpoint, it's kind of like
Yeah, you
inviting
can
people
read
into
it in a
homosexual activity.
homoerotic way, yes.
But I mean, like, so we kind of, given the traditional homosexuality views, that would kind of be viewed as an insult towards the person who says it first, right?
Yes.
So I'm not entirely sure
boy.
what anyone's getting at.
Let's
with that
let's try not to go too far that way.
one. Okay. I'll reel it back a little. So
The
Frank,
final boss of
Wait,
the
it's
Exo's
Frank, though.
game would be Sonic 2.
and then
I like
the game
that.
just ends. Exo can't beat this game. What's so funny?
I just like that. That's cute. Just the idea that this would be the final boss of the official ExoParadigmGamer game, and then that would just be it because I can't beat this game.
So no one can yet.
Yeah. Well, no, the idea would be that myself as a character in the game would be unable to beat it. Oh boy.
So this sounds like a very interesting game. I think one of these days, if you have 100,000 subs, you might be able to get it made.
Hey, if PewDiePie can have a game that...
Speaking of games,
So...
I'm thinking. I wonder what happened to Nicaragua Magna's Sonic fan game. I should ask him sometime.
Did he make one?
Exo. Wow, he doesn't know his Nicaragua Magna lore, eh?
Well,
So, a
I've,
few
I've
years
only
ago,
been really following
Nick-
him for a while,
Nick wanted to, like 2012, he announced that he was like, he really wanted to like make a Sonic game full of his open world Sonic-y design ideas. Although he's not a game
Hey,
designer,
speaking
so
of
that's
Nick, he's, I think he wants to join. And he can tell us all about it.
Alright then. So he can tell his own story.
Why don't you go ahead and add him?
Alright, I shall.
Let's see.
I add Nick right now.
Nick. Let's see. Let's read some comments while we're waiting. Let's see.
Why are you using caps?
Jay, I'm sure that's illegal. Plus, I'm not interested. I do not blow the human flute, sir.
Excuse me?
A Frank le gusta el pito en la boca. A Frank le gusta chupar los pitos.
So Nick, I have a question for you.
Let's
Were
see.
you making
the first
a
thing.
Sonic fan game called like Exodus or something at one point or another?
Yeah, just a sec.
Okay.
First thing I heard when I joined this call was Michael saying human flute. Was that laugh because of me or something that happened?
No, that was because of what you said. I enjoyed that.
Okay.
Let's see.
You can
Exo.
take a lot of things Exodus is out of context to make
Yeah,
it
you
really
kind of
good.
can. Let's see. I wish not for my complaints to be translated as hating on the games or the whole era in truth. I am in truth what Exo would call a Dreamcastian. So that means he enjoys himself some Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 and Sonic Heroes, and perhaps many other games.
You know what's very weird about like the Dreamcast era? It's like it's so undefined, and kind of like the Dark Age is too. It's like it's really subjective as to where the Dark Age starts, because for some people, it's as far back as like I don't know, Sonic R or some shit.
For some people, it's the moment Sonic went 3D. I mean not like with our Sonic R. I mean like, you know, with Adventure, where it's everything's gonna be like this.
I feel like the years have gone on.
That's not how I. No. That's not how I.
I'm not saying that's how you feel, but I'm just saying is like I do agree that that's kind of the sentiment, because I've noticed as time goes on, it's like it seems like the Dark Age seems to begin with like whatever 3D game came out prior to the one that used to be the Dark Age. Like it was 06, then Shadow, and it's Sonic Heroes, and then it's SA2, and then it's SA1, and it's like it's just so undefined.
Alright, so as for Sonic Exodus, yeah, it's kind of in limbo right now. I have a very hard time staying in touch with the one guy that I have working on it, and it is probably my fault because I just don't go on Steam that much. I keep forgetting.
Oh my goodness, King K, it's your birthday? I knew that because...
Is that the second birthday you've forgotten about this week?
I think it is. Well, I mean, like, King K told me yesterday when we were recording the podcast that his birthday was today. Happy birthday, King K. So, because of spikes I couldn't see coming, I'm not able to go to the special stage anymore, so... We're gonna go fight Dr. Poop Botnik.
I know where to go.
Okay, so what was I saying? Okay, so yeah, it's not dead, but it's kind of stuck in limbo right now because I know the guy's busy with college and all that, and it's like every time I go and check on Steam, I either find out that he hasn't been online in a few weeks, or he was just online.
You know, I'm only spending 7+ minutes on Emerald Hill, J-Wolf, because I'm trying to get into the special stages. If I wasn't doing that, I would have beaten this, like, way quicker. That's the problem with the special stages, is that it makes the stages like the actual levels take so much longer.
I remember the Brain Scratch playthrough. Johnny was like, "Oh yeah, I could get all the Chaos Stones in Emerald Hill Zone." They spent like 4 parts on there.
Yeah.
You know what's really cool to me about this boss is it's the first one that looks drastically different. I mean, aside from the final boss, Sonic 1's bosses were all just the Eggmobile with some little dude attached. And there's something cool about that, just that, oh, this is just such an efficient machine that all he really needed to take on Sonic at first was just a wrecking ball, or a lava gun, or a bomb thing. But now it's like, he's really upping the ante, like, oh, I'm gonna have to, I mean... He basically just plugs it into these entire other vehicles, like that giant drill buggy, and it's just really cool. It's a good way to escalate it. Because you gotta admit, just fighting the Eggmobile over and over again with barely any changes to its design would get incredibly boring. So it's good that they like just keep piling new things onto it as these games go on.
Hey Exo.
Okay, how did I take damage?
Bought anything on Black Friday?
No, I didn't buy anything on Black Friday. You know, folks, I apologize if I'm taking this game a little slowly, but I'm trying not to lose. I'm trying to actually get the Chaos Emeralds. So I'm sorry, what were you saying, Jay?
I'm reading something, and it's funny how Exo's 10-minute rant about classicists and stuff, which wasn't even the point of the video. It's really starting to stick, even though it's really general.
Well, what exactly do you mean?
Wait, what the heck? Someone just asked, Nick, what happened to your channel? Was it deleted? What the
Oh shit.
I was like going to my channel in a panic.
I'm glad EXO has so many watchers. Well, yeah, I do. I have 67-ish. Let's see, let's look back over these comments again. EXO, if you're gonna do all classic Sonic games, are you gonna do Sonic 4? No, that one doesn't count.
That's a modern era game.
I have no childhood nostalgia for the Dreamcast Sonic games. I thought they were good for the time, but since I was already adult, I saw them more objectively and recognized their flaws. Yeah.
Did somebody say objectivism?
Yeah, but no, Jay, you're using the wrong voice for that. That's not a Gavin original.
Again, that's just my general annoying bitch voice. I mean, like,
Oh, damn.
Neither of
He
those
could
two.
watch this and hear you say that.
No, he's not an
Seriously.
annoying
Let's
bitch.
see.
It's just when he's talking about objectivism, I
Seriously,
find it
guy.
very funny.
Seriously, guys, you have no idea how much that comment scared me just now. I seriously thought that my channel like disappeared, and
Yeah, let's
Oh,
see.
just-
There isn't
it's-
any.
It's still up,
Apparently,
right?
there aren't any checkpoints in Chemical Plant Act 1.
Oh, I noticed every time I died there, I always just started over again. Stuff like that just makes me want to turn games off, you know? Like,
Yeah.
just do a whole upload again.
You know, it's, if you were any good ExoParadigmGamer, you would have had 7 emeralds in Emerald Hill Zone. Everything you say is
Oh, shut up,
invalid.
Retropolis, bitch.
Retropla, bitch.
It was a
I can
self-given
go to the
name.
first couple
He gave himself the name Retropolis, bitch, in his X6 review.
Oh,
make it
yeah,
to the
that's right.
first
He was talking about a possible comment.
I would like
I
to say
can
I
make it-
wrote that line, but I didn't, so...
Yeah, that sounds like a J-Mac, Papa J-Mac original.
I can make it to the first couple of special stages just fine in this game, but after that, it's like, nope, this is stupid.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to
It
make the
just gets-
special stages hard, that's fine, but you have to make them hard in a reasonable way, you know? That feels... So, like, when I screw up, it should feel like my fault, not the game's. That's kind of my problem with the special stages in Sonic 2, is it feels like
You know what?
I'm losing because I haven't memorized them.
I love the background, because like, okay, way in the distance you've got all these buildings, so it's like there's an entire city back there. It's not just the chemical plant itself, but it's like it's so close that like on the inside of this wall, these buildings, you see it's like the ground is on fire. It's like this pure radiation just glowing, and it's like, geez, do people actually live here this close? I don't know.
Just like Carlos, I've noticed in the chat you've been writing about how you beat X6 Extreme Mode Blaze Heat Nix's stage. It's no armor X. But I'm just like, you just said it took you 53 minutes. That just tells you how bad. That just tells you how bad the level is.
But Jay, X6 is great because you can input a cheat code to get the shadow armor right off the bat.
Johnny, that's like like, I've never been triggered by anything Johnny related ever, except the X6 LP. It's like, I remember it was so funny that Ted was like, "So John, do you prefer X6 or X3?" And then he goes, "Honestly, X6 with cheats." And Clement goes, "What?" And it's like,
Well, wait, so
reaction.
Clement was there for that playthrough?
yeah, they brought him along because nobody hates X6 more.
Wow.
Well, actually, I hate X6 more because I'd rather play Sonic 06 than X6.
Okay, I missed a hole. Are you kidding me? That wasn't good enough for you, special stage. That wasn't good enough.
Is my mic just not working or something?
No, your mic's fine. We're just talking over you.
Soma Cruises says Nick never even beat the special stages in Sonic 2 because he didn't know you can play a Sonic alone. Yeah, like a zillion people commented on that old review afterward saying that I can play without Tails. And they all thought they were the first to say it, and if they just scroll down the comments...
Yeah,
section,
don't you
you'll
love that
see,
when that
oh,
happens in a
this person
review?
considered This person... That
Nick,
video
what
is
I always
so...
thought was funny in your comments section was how, like, your Sonic Adventure review from, like, a million years ago, when you said it was the closest game to the classic series, like, but generations! Because you obviously didn't know, because this video, like, came out today, obviously.
Yeah,
That's the thing, people really do assume that you just don't know, because they don't bother to look at the upload date and realize, oh, this was uploaded like 8 years ago. They really think that you uploaded like just the other day, just for them, even if the microphone quality is really bad and the resolution...
Oh, come on! How did I die there? How did I die? Like, I jump on a platform and then, like, it counts as a crush death.
Michael, me and Nick are trying to have an informed conversation. Could you keep it down over there?
Yes, sir.
Wait, were you trying to sound like Droopy?
Yes, sir.
You gotta like pinch one of your cheeks and
Alright,
pull
let me
it
give
to
it a
the
try.
side to put up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty good.
I'm very, very happy.
You know, guys, this pink water's making me really nervous. Oh, I almost died
Really,
again.
there's just barely... There's just barely too little room for you to squeeze between those blocks. It's like
Yeah, that's stupid.
Over the next one.
If I was standing there not jumping into it, I wouldn't have died. Oh, I don't know what they were thinking. I digress.
Maybe it was just a pixel too low. Like maybe there was one less pixel than is required for Sonic to squeeze through those and survive.
I'm thinking what they could have done is make Sonic sprite smaller.
Yeah.
And that could be like hindsight logic, but I'm serious. After playing AM2R with the exact same screen resolution, it was just like, man, Sonic sprite is just too big.
EXO,
anyway,
did you?
It's been a long time since I uploaded that review. I haven't played Sonic 2 since then, and without fails, and
when was the last time you played it?
Special stages.
When was the
like forever ago, wasn't it?
Like 7 years. No. I have the games on the Mega Collection. I have a PS2. I can just plug it in and play any of these games anytime I like.
Oh boy.
I have played them all several times since those old videos. They're just so easy to come back to, you know? They're the kind of games.
Well, when you know what you're doing, yeah, I agree.
You can just breeze through them in one session, well, at least if you're not trying to get the Chaos Emeralds. The only time I really try to go for the Emeralds, or the Time Stones, are Sonic CD and Sonic 3K.
Yeah.
Nick, I have a question. When you play Sonic CD, are you playing the newer version, or do you play like the old Sega CD PC version?
I play whichever version is on the Mega Collection, so yeah, the old one. I gotta get the new one for, like, on Steam.
I need 4 more rings.
It's Jay's Entertainment Live, featuring Nick Magna and some hollering idiot. Am I right, EXO? That's Demon Things coming.
No! Well, I totally fucked up. I can't use. That was my fault. I'm gonna take the blame on that one, folks. I had 49 rings and I accidentally went through a checkpoint, even though I already knew the checkpoint was there. So I'll take the blame. That was my bad.
Those Burrow-bots look a lot more menacing than the ones from the first game.
They do.
Maybe it's just because they don't look like actual, like, googly eyes, and they're bulkier and more like little tanks.
What's going on in the chat?
Alec has arrived.
Oh god.
Oh god.
That was probably the most genuine thing I've ever said on a stream. But I digress. It looks like there's a signpost up there, if I can figure out how to get over there.
My cat is in my room now.
Bless you.
You know what's funny? We just finished a Green Hill sort of stage,
yeah.
And then we're in a plant, and now we're in another stage that looks like it could very well be at the beginning of a Sonic.
Oh
and again,
boy.
Maybe that's just because of Sonic 4 Episode 2.
Ah, there we go.
So now I can't help looking at this.
Let's try that third special stage again.
EXO, one person has remarked for you you probably should give up on the Chaos Emeralds before you pull your hair out.
No, I've got to do it because I got to get good, folks.
Let's see.
I'm not allowed to have an opinion if I don't get good. I'm sorry, what?
Really, though, like Aquatic Ruin has basically the same color palette as Emerald Hill.
Oh great! I just missed out on a whole bunch of rings. It's like, listen, folks. I am trying my hardest right now. Okay. I would not purposefully try to make these special stages look bad just to prove a point.
So Alec is having an existential crisis. He says, "Does EXO dislike me or whatever?"
No.
He says, "Does EXO something against me?"
I was just joking, Alec.
Gabriel Cousins writes, "Will Aquatic Ruin eventually aquatic ruin your life?"
No.
Should have just said ruin, buddy.
I mean, it's not my favorite designed level in the game because I know Nick really enjoys the way it sort of wraps around itself, but that's why I don't like it. I just missed a whole bunch of rings by complete accident. Fuck!
It's like the thing with Aquatic Ruin is it's incredibly easy to fall down in like a second from the top of the level to the bottom of the level. The only reason it doesn't drive me crazy is because it's almost just as easy to climb back to the top of the level in just as little time.
Yeah, I don't mind the water at all. Because, like, I don't even really hate Labyrinth Zone that much anymore, so it's like, eh. It's just like, my favorite water level in Sonic is the...
Hydro City?
No, I was gonna say, fuck, what's it called? Aquarium Park? It's the only level with it's the only Sonic level where the swimming is actually good, where the water actually feels consequential.
Unless you're going
I
after
thought we
Red
were talking-
Rings, I hear.
I'm sorry,
I
what?
thought we were talking like. Jeez. I thought we were talking like old school Sonic games.
No, I was talking in general. But I guess Hydro City, or I still call it Hydrocity because there is no space between Hydro and City.
Yeah, I used to do that too, but then I realized it's just always Hydro and City put together. Oh, it's a Hydro City! I get it now. I do really like the aesthetic of that level though. It's cool to imagine that a kid was used to live there, and they would go along the water slide.
Oh no, there's a... Oh, okay. We're a good fam. Oh,
Dang it.
I almost hit that
I'm
guy.
not good at this.
Okay, I gotta be real careful,
Just the
folks.
Burrow-bots have a little antenna on their heads. They look a lot more realistic than the ones from the first game. A little more like something you see in Sonic 06 now I think about it. Like, you know how 06
Yeah,
has
kind of.
some enemies from the adventure games? Like the little blue rhinos and those giant hover things from Adventure 2. They're just updated them a little bit. That's kind of what the Burrow-bots in this level make me think of, as weird as it sounds.
Alright. Come on, checkpoint, checkpoint. Are there any more checkpoints, folks? Like, see, that's the problem with... It's nice to have more chances than, you know, just 10 rings at the end of the stages, but how do you know where the checkpoints are? I'm looking around and see I beat the stage because there are no more points, so I just wasted all my time looking for rings.
These little piranha things, they don't even look like they have eyes either. They look like little screw heads.
Huh.
You know, another one of the level I thought was really cool. Not necessarily that fun, but it had a cool vibe. Tidal Tempest.
Oh, yeah.
Basically a much bigger, much more ambient lab. And I love the American soundtrack for it, especially the Bad Future, where you just hear these weird voices like chanting. It's like... Well, it just kind of like, I don't know, sounds like ghosts.
Exo, I'm not entirely sure that was entitled Tempest.
Oh, fuck. I'm just... I'll be honest, folks, I'm not playing my best
there were
today.
voices like that in the Bad Future.
But still, like, why did the
like
checkpoints have to be tied to the special stages?
I was making a joke. I was making a joke about Exo's screaming just now after you said that there were voices in the stage.
That's funny.
Okay, I just got pushed through the ground. I didn't do that on purpose, folks. Okay. And I just fell through the ground again, because apparently that wasn't good enough to transition me to the other layer. And then that guy appeared out of nowhere, and I lost all my rings.
You're really not having a good day with
Well,
games
yeah,
like
this
that,
game
are you?
plays just like I remember it playing. I mean, like, I'm
So
not...
weird.
It's not, like, unplayable or anything, but it's still just, like... Everything I said about it in the review, I still... is still true. Like, that guy's not even on the same layer, and I took damage from him.
I was gonna
just
say you're
thought-
trying to handicap
wait,
yourself by
wait.
picking Tails, but then I realized that...
Yeah,
that's the
Tails has
default.
nothing to do with what's going on right now. What are you saying, Nick?
Mike, I just saw the bit where you fell through the ground. That was because a pillar thing fell on your
Yeah,
head and
I
pushed
know.
you through. You're lucky that thing didn't kill you.
I mean, like, I don't know, I guess
Oh.
the outcome I did have was better than dying, so I'll give it that.
Sorry, okay, I'm sorry. Before you made it sound like you didn't see what fell on your head.
No,
and
yeah,
you just
I did
randomly
see it,
pushed
it's
to
just
the floor.
like-
My mistake.
Hey,
It
Nick,
seems like
one
it
guy asked
should
what
have
your
killed
thoughts
me.
on
I
Sonic
don't know.
CD's Japanese soundtrack is.
Huh?
Someone wants to know what your thoughts on Sonic CD's Japanese soundtrack is.
Mm.
I think
Oh, come on, I didn't even have an opportunity to get out of the way of those bees. The moment I got out of the water, they swarmed me. It's just like, why
think both
does it have to be
soundtracks are
50 rings to get into the special stage? Why couldn't it be like 10? Ugh. Oh, well, I just missed out on a huge pocket of rings. Whatever. I'm never gonna find a checkpoint anyway, so it's like...
It's almost a lost cause at this point. Kind of like
Sonic Lost World.
Cause, the game on Wii U.
Sonic Lost World, more like Sonic Lost Cause.
Was that like the joke every copy made like that year?
Did people? I wasn't paying. I guess
A lot
I
of
was.
people call it slow.
Alright, I did learn recently you could jump up there at the beginning to. Yeah.
No, really, a lot of people call it slow. You know, taking the S from Sonic, the LO from Lost, and the W from World, and they just call it slow because they can't just boost through the whole thing, even though you kind of can.
Yeah, you just spin dash. It's like all the people who say the game's too slow don't use the spin dash. I've noticed that.
But they don't even use the running, the second running speed of run button.
Yeah, I do think I would agree with the people who say that they should have just had a button to slow them down instead. Because there's no reason not to be running most of the time.
I mean, given the analog stick, I feel like that could just be something that was done simply in the adventure games. I think, or really,
I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like
let's check on the chat real quick. Cause let's see, we got them speedrun tactics over here.
Bug out when Eggman hits them.
Exo doesn't like Sonic 2. So, Metropolis Zone, Retroplabitch says, Exo, you may be curious to know Sonic 2 was pretty damn rushed. I think it explains, not excuses, its rough patches. Exo's scream is the best. Make one wrong move, you go to the dungeon. Title Tempest theme goes great mixed together with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme. Exo, this is the longest speedrun of Sonic 2. That funny. This ain't Metroid, Exo. Let's see.
Oh, word. Have you guys heard the Studiopolis mishmash? You know, like of that and Fresh Prince theme.
My biggest fear in Sonic 2. I don't know. I guess just some of the enemy placement. Let's see.
Wait. Carlos Eduardo Aguiar says, why do people do Metal Sonic hentais if he doesn't have genitals? Well, it's simple. He just wears a strap-on.
Yeah, true. The angry Paradigm Gamer. The Werehog had a run button too, but he's right. And it's in the same place too. Let's see. Sonic Lost World, more like Sonic lost 60 fucking... Wait, moved while I was reading. $60 fucking dollars. Annoying Sonic Boom montage. Rings when we're ringing, I'll rule them all. I love rings. It's like the rings. Let's see.
Word. Someone just mentioned Johnny and what he said about Lost World. I really like his review of Lost World, but someone did something kind of funny. I forget if it was Mario the Plumber or not, but somebody took every instance of him saying to begin with or in the first place, and he said those things like a combined 15 times throughout the review.
I think his script variety is not very strong.
Yeah. You better be careful what you say about MTP though, because he will find you. I'm not even kidding.
It's just funny because
back when Mario T. Plumber used to have his single path act, it was so funny.
But dude, MTP already knows who I am.
I'm sure.
We've commented back and forth. We've had little conversations. I was just gonna say it was just a funny video because, well, we all do things like that if we do a long review series. We might not say the same things a bunch of times in a single review, but we'll say certain things in several reviews. Like I used to say overall a lot, but then I realized in my Shadow the Hedgehog review, I watched that in recent years, and I'm like, wait a second, that's the fourth time I've said overall so far in this video, and now I said really hard to.
I used to say, I used to think the word was pronounced also, because that's how it's spelled, right? But then I learned, then people kept telling me, the way you pronounce also is giving me cancer. They'd give me comments like that, And then it's just like, am I pronouncing it wrong? Then I looked it up and had Google pronounce it for me, right? And apparently it's always been also. So if that's the case, why isn't it spelt with an O?
But Exo, you're such a grammar Nazi. How did you not know?
Yeah, I guess that's part of... That's the ironic bit of it, I suppose. Alright, can someone tell me where a checkpoint is in this stage?
I Sorry. I was just gonna say, I look through my scripts so many times before using them for videos now, just to make sure that I don't use like the same
Just to
phrase.
make sure you don't end up like
twice.
a certain not analysis of Super Mario Brothers 3. Oh.
Well, just so that I like don't say the same thing more than once. Like if I see myself saying, like, here's something that's crazy, I'm like, no wait, I gotta change this here or there. But that's something I did in my Freedom
But that's
Planet
neither
review.
here
I
nor
mean,
there.
like, my LP. So many
Hello, Dan,
times
Nick.
in my
Thanks for joining us. Let's see.
So many times in my Freedom Planet LP, I said something was crazy, or that the music is dope, or whatever. I forget what the third thing was, but 3 things that I said a zillion
Ah, we
times.
found a checkpoint, folks. Let's
And at
give it
the end
another
of the review-
stab.
I mean, not the review.
Alec,
At the end of my Freedom
used to be
Planet,
repetitious in your script, but I heard from a certain inside
I'm
source that Alec Alger is always repetitious. Go ahead, Nick.
Sorry, I'm just.
Oh, I have
then. was
4
just saying,
notifications.
so at the end of my Freedom Planet LP, I did an extra video, and I just took some time to look over like a list of things that I wanted to say but kept forgetting to. But one thing that I added at the last minute was a drinking game. So from now on, if anyone wants to watch through that LP again, they can just take a swig every time I say something is nuts, or you know, the music is really dope, or whatever.
Here's a real drinking
I
game.
hope I
Watch
didn't kill
my
anybody.
Mega Man 8 LP and see how many times I say
It
this game
sucks.
sucks." I hate that game so much.
I just hope I didn't kill anybody with alcohol
Let's see.
poisoning.
This apparently there's lag on the stream. Is the
Yeah, but
stream?
it's Alec. We can't trust what he
No,
says.
Guys, what's going on with the stream?
The
Can
nerd-
are you guys? Do you guys have it
Streaming
pulled
from the
up?
suburbs says. Streaming from the suburbs says the nerd bullshit man knows your struggle. Oh, he's talking about James Rolfe. Let's see. Refresh.
Yeah, apparently it
Someone
did. It did
refresh
fuck
the
up again.
page.
Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do now.
Is the game still running?
Yeah, the game's still running. I just have it paused. It's just the stream stopped.
And it's up again.
Oh, is it working now?
Wait a second. You're not playing right now, are Yeah,
Yeah, I have it
no.
paused.
This is footage that was like just a few seconds ago.
It should
Yeah,
be
okay, well,
paused
then
on
we're
me in the
witnessing
middle of a
the
special
very
stage
last
right now.
seconds of it. We're witnessing like the very last few seconds of footage before it froze, and there it goes.
Let me open it up on my phone and see if it's any different.
Dan Nick says 20 people left, and it's probably all my fault. 30 now. Nah, don't blame yourself. The stream just cracked.
Yeah, it
So,
looks
alright,
like I'm gonna have to
reconnect.
reboot it real quick.
Right, thanks, so